ZNS Total Sports is brought to you by 4th Terrace Diagnostic Center.
Today was the official start of back to school, so that means the government secondary schools 2018-2019 sports season is just around the corner. And while it may not happen this time around, CI Gibson coach Kevin KJ Johnson says there is a major issue that still needs to be addressed.
We need to play more games. That's my biggest Achilles heel with all sports. You know, when it comes to soccer, they play one round, basketball one round, volleyball one round, all the sports are one round. If you look at Europe and United States and other countries, their program is youth-based and they play a lot of games. You could teach all you want, but if you don't have that games to get better and learn from and continue to get better, it's always a drop-off.
And talking about being able to play more games, Coach Johnson explains how they will be able to accomplish that.
Even if you have to play on the weekends or something, find the coaches who committed to just try to play more games. But, we got to try to fill it in so we can continue to compete with the world.
In terms of venues, Coach Johnson feels there are adequate facilities on the island to get the job done.
We have 3-4 gyms where basketball can be rotated junior and senior, girls and boys. When it comes to volleyball, the same thing. Track and field, we got 2 stadiums, the old and new Thomas A. Robinson Stadium. So I think facilities are there. The fields, baseball field, I think they're doing a good job with that too in terms of baseball and softball for girls. It's just a matter of sitting down, getting the calendar event out early enough so coaches know exactly when their particular entity start, particular sport start, and just make it happen.
Coach Johnson was asked whether or not he feels there are enough sporting disciplines within the school system. 5
core sports is good. I think they could add some more because it's a ton of scholarship for football, but the scope of implementing it and getting insurance and equipment is very expensive, but it's a ton of scholarship for football. A lot of our kids could get a free education through that, but at the end of the day, it's a huge undertaking. It's something that the government could look at and say, hey, let's have a pilot program with some of the schools.
Whether or not any new sports are implemented remains to be seen. For now, the GSSA has to work with what it has, and Coach Johnson believes the executive board is on the right track.
The executive have been doing an excellent job trying to do what they have to do with the means that they have. Sometimes it could be very challenging, especially trying to make things happen and understanding and this and that.
With the new school year underway, the University of the Bahamas looking to make strides in the right direction with its athletics program. Disciplines the Mingos are currently competing in include men's basketball, judo, women's volleyball, and men's soccer.
Last year we won about 5 international games. If we can up that this year or be just as competitive, we would consider the year successful.
The program is in its 2nd year, and so what my goals are is to get everyone used to the university environment, which is different than a club level environment, and just to make sure everybody gets in the flow of it and improve and go from there.
The goals for this year is just to keep progressing the way we have been over the last few years, from no wins to few wins to now adding some new people, getting some more talent, and just seeing where what we learned over the last few years will take us in the upcoming season.
Last year we won the overall men's premier division here, and we went undefeated. So everyone wants to embarrass the champion, and we understand that as we go out this year, we've got to be that much stronger as a squad and as a unit.
With Mark Knowles retired, the 242 now waiting on his next star in the sport of tennis. Tonight, Kelsey Johnson speaks with a young Bahamian who hopes to fill that void, but he's encountering a major obstacle along the way.
One Bahamian tennis player is at a break point, hoping to get back into the game, but his approach shot is being served up off the court. Kevin Major Jr. explains just why he and some of his fellow teammates might have to sit out a couple of sets.
It's pretty hard because the sport is pretty expensive. You have to pay for flights, you have to pay for food, hotel rooms, and your coach's fees and entry fees, so everything is pretty expensive. So you have to really budget properly and really focus on maintaining a set budget.
So you don't have anybody sponsoring you, backing you financially?
As of now, no.
Major plans to return to the court in a few weeks, playing on the pro circuit, trying to get some ITF points under his belt.
Other guys that are making it, they have so much backing and they're able to play week after week and have funding to buy wild cards into main draw events, and you don't have to really worry about the qualifying rounds once you're in main draw. And we don't really get points for winning in the qualifying round. You only get points after making it and winning. And making it into the main draw is pretty tough. So you have to win about 3 matches just to get into the main draw, and then your body is pretty tired. Then you have to play someone who's fresh, and so it's pretty tough.
Major will continue to train with Impact Tennis Academy here at home. Kelsey Johnson, ZNS Total Sports.
Some of the NBA's best in town for the Memorial Day holiday weekend. The Golden State Warriors' Kevin Durant hooping it up with Kyrie Irving and Jason Tatum of the Boston Celtics at the Kendall Isaacs Gym. The fun didn't stop there, though, as the trio was also spotted in an Atlantis nightclub, with Durant and Irving both said to be free agents next year. The buzz has already started, with the two already stating they wouldn't mind playing with one another. I guess we'll just have to wait and stay tuned to see how this all turns out. And that will do it for sports. Stay tuned. A check on weather is still to come.